Hello. Welcome back to Growing My Grandpa, the lovely game where you got lovely images that will stick with you tonight when you try to go to sleep, like this, and this, and this. That's Grandpa. We're growing Grandpa. I'm gonna end the week. I think I've done everything. I'm pretty sure. And I can unsave if I didn't. I think. Batteries, blueberries, fiberglass, cashews, lettuce, banana, concealed battery, doll, grandpa, glue, blah blah, mom. I got the picture of the mom. That was when I got the key. Then I made grandpa puke, and then I got the key, and then I got the mom picture. Knowledge you acquired is giving you access to new conversation. Language! Alright. And that's it! There's nothing else. Okay, good. Good to know, but, is this still all make-believe or is this real? Mrs. Richards approached me the other day in order to remark on Adrian's development. She noted how much more at ease she appeared when called upon in class or when asked to participate in group exercises. I told her I had seen this change happening as well, and that as much as I would like to take credit for it, I can only guess dimly at what might be reshaping her attitude. Mrs. Richards posited that it was perhaps Adrian's family moving into their grandfather's property that caused the change. It apparently is out in the country, in a wooded area full of wide open space and far from the bustle and noise of the city. Then how is she getting to school? The grandfather, Dr. Jacob Hart, interesting, had jointly purchased the land with the university he was employed with and began constructing what he intended to be a satellite campus for a burgeoning psychological anthropology program he had a hand in establishing. Only one building ever ended up being constructed after Dr. Hart died in a car accident when driving back from the property one day. Yearly, at almost the exact same time, a grad student who was assisting Dr. Hart on some sort of project at the property vanished without a trace. Who'da thunk? The property sat in disuse for years as it was tied up in legal battles between Dr. Hart's next of kin, the university, the vanished grad student's family, and the other students Dr. Hart was working with. Eventually, the case was settled out of court. Only recently did the property fall into the possession of Adrian's mother. Obviously, I was not going to relay this whole tragic story to Adrian, who, for all I know, believes her grandpa to still be living in the basement of his home. Besides, I thought she might already know all of this. Perhaps the elaborate story she was constructing was her own way of escaping the morbid details of a life, or perhaps lives, cut short by cruel fate. The cruel force of fate and the cynical adults who squabbled in the aftermath. I determined perhaps the storytelling she was and continues to engage in should not be encouraged by me, at least not in the way I went about it before, where I made active inquiries into her strange fantasy of a semi-sentient ball of skin. When I saw Adrian, I did not bring up her grandpa or ask questions about his growth. Adrian could not stop talking about it, however. I had no choice but to weather her bizarre and enthusiastic effusions about her new best friend. Adrian, maybe we can talk about something else. I'm not sure I'm following you exactly. He's gotten so big. He has so many whiskers that come out and I can see them move around when I think about him. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm so happy Grandpa is back. He's so much cooler than Mom and Dad. Once again, for what it's worth, I have put down the story she told me as best as I could. Adrian once again told me about growing her grandpa. Great! Everything before is still gone. Yes, it is. Oh, man. That's an ear. Kiwi! Alright. All clean. Good. I still don't have anything to cut this bulbous sack. But I will. Don't you worry about it. I will. Space will not be dirty again until next week. Oh God, not this one. All clean. Okay, not a whole lot, Grandpa. Not a lot going on here. Something about that painting looks strange. Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right. Potato! That's nice. Ooh. Life. Good. Indecision. That's a big word for Grandpa. I don't know if Grandpa's gonna be able to do that. All clean. Bulbous growth. Oh, good. Another bulbous sack. If only I had something to cut it with. All right, Grampy, how you doing? Hey, it's your favorite granddaughter! Son! I think I'm okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go back and do anything. Oh. Pear. Nice. I don't know who's putting stuff in the fridge, but these are awfully nice. Okay. Alright, I've got fiberglass and, a potato. Alright, let's see if, Grampy will eat it and puke some. Hi, Grandpa. The gums are bleeding slightly and its skin seems overly dry. It may need a food packed with vitamin C. A kiwi fruit would be an excellent remedy. Uh-huh. How do you know that? Hi. There you go. Oh no. Oh, indigestion. I don't know if I should be doing this, but I feel like this is the only way to get new materials because I went through the whole basement already and there really wasn't anything there. Oh good! Bulbous growth, your time has come! Get ready to die, bulbos. You make the incision within the growth with your scissors. Great, it's now possible to look inside. Peer inside the small opening. In the oily cavity, a powerful smell of rot arises, and many small increate beings lay motionless and dead. However, you just barely hear something near silent slithering or something. Or maybe it's just your imagination. Oh, good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. Anthropoid Remnant 1, a self-sufficient animal form knit together from years of ambient thoughts left to crawl around the basement. Grandpa may enjoy the flesh. I don't know if I should do that! Is that a face? Is that a face? How many faces do you see? Lexi and run a poll, or Marcus, Rachel, everyone chip in here. Little friends! Little friend! Yay! Woohoo! Alright. Bulbous growth. It's not my imagination, that's for sure. Oh, there it is. Anthropoid Remnant 2. Okay, good. So I'm gonna feed Grandpa, and Grandpa's gonna like it. It said that Grandpa needed a kiwi fruit. I happen to have a kiwi. And it's a good thing I didn't put that unappealing item in the kiwi because that would have been bad. So from now on I'm gonna observe Grandpa first so I know the needs before I do anything stupid. Kiwi. You'll like it. There you go. How would you like an anthropoid? And it's silly a wave in a frenzy. There you go. I'm sure that's good. I'm sure no one's gonna be upset about that. The meal appears to have been particularly well received. Your offering of flesh stirs something within Grandpa. From within the fold of its body, a wiry proboscis-like appendage begins to emerge. It may be worth taking a look at this after the feeding. Knowledge you have gained. Proboscis! Aha! Great! Good! Content and ready to cooperate? Oh boy. Hi, Grampy. Okay. Language. Still struggles to somewhat to speak due to its underdeveloped tongue, mouth, and jaw. However, it managed to rasp out an answer. Grandpa is old. My lives were easier before I made myself to speak and before you made clothes to wear and rules to obey. Your grandpa remembers. I have learned much in many lives and deaths. Keep speaking with me. I love talking with you and learning from you, and it helps your grandpa so much. Soon I will be everything you would like me to be. Little friends. Grandpa still struggles somewhat to speak due to its underdeveloped tongue. The little ones, they grew like seeds off my skin. Worms fall off my body. Thoughts falling off of me. Dreams put there by others. When I was under the ground, I made only very few. Shepherds walked through the grave, and I saw them lusting for their wives, and my skin made their loving faces. What? What? I called them out into the darkness with their loved voices. One by one I took their shape as in their skin and blood. What? That was a time ago, before stone buildings, before the orders of angels and words and symbols. I'm sorry, Grandpa is thinking, but there's a little left over from others too. I am still so hungry for flesh. Part of me is. I would even eat one of them that fell off of me. I can't help it. They grow off of me. They fall off and grow in the dark, grow around me. Okay, what about your proboscis? What about it? Yes, that is a part like a tongue. I was lost in the mountains and so thirsty. I was walking up a hill and found a lamb and drank from it with my tongue, and I fell asleep for a long time. I woke up as a half-formed child. I had died before. My grieving mother had remade me. We had made a contract and she completed it. I do not remember more. Bye-bye! Let's learn some language. Life. Deep within Grandpa's strange membranes, phonate Sure! It's close enough! Oh. At week 3 of Growth 24, Whiskers appeared to recall some information from a previous growth cycle. We cannot be sure that this was really the case. For all we know, what we interpreted as it recollecting this information was really it drawing semantic context from one of our recollections of it and redeploying it without rationality or contextualization. For the sake of our safety and for the sake of scientific inquiry, we are attempting to draw out from Whiskers whether it somehow retains knowledge from previous cycles in its morphologic nucleus. We did not think it was possible the nucleus, though complex and incredible in its regenerative abilities, was capable of this, and that the nerve network that grew from it made up the base of Whiskers' mind. And so we are now attempting to ask Whiskers, as best we can, if it ever died, or what it might remember if it did. Great. Grandpa's proboscis is out! Good. Grandpa, put your proboscis away! Grandpa, if you could put your proboscis back, that'd be good. Examine pride on what? I'm gonna teach Grandpa some words and the topics of clothing and decency. We're doing it, Grandpa. We're doing it. We're doing it, Grandpa. We're doing it. You're doing it. Proud of you. Ooh, that's good. We are introducing the latest growth of Whiskers to more subtle social cues and testing its ability to judge mental states of participants in conversation. The semantic content that flows to Whiskers via its psi field is still becoming muddled and slipped without distinction into conversation, although our intention of instilling in it a solid theory of mind will perhaps make it begin to understand that we do not know what it knows, or know what we are sending it. One would think a theory of mind seems to develop as part of its maturing process. In order to hunt sapient beings, it must be able to deceive them. In order to deceive it, it must be able to make certain metacognitive judgments. For example, if their deception appears to be working, or how one ought to be deceived. We may never see it develop a theory of mind anytime soon, as Dr. Hart has disallowed a cycle of Whiskers growth to live into the beginnings of maturity. Probably for the best. I'm gonna say that's a good idea. Grandpa, your proboscis is still out. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now my question is, should I feed it the other little dude now or save it until next week? Because honestly, we should probably ration these things out. But then again, oh no, I do still have some of the stuff that I had from last time. Like this lettuce is still from last time, technically speaking. It would be greedy to give it all here. Alright, I'm gonna look at your proboscis, Grampy. I'm not happy about it. You motion to Grandpa to approach and point to the thin protuberance. Grandpa fully extends it towards you. A minuscule needle extends from its tip. There appears to be one more thing you must give, if only for the sake of propriety. And what's that? What is that? Glue. You want some glue? Oh boy, that was a bad idea, wasn't it? Grandpa has appreciated your blood offering. It will receive a symbol or totem from you now, although only one per offering. What? As the blood-fed proboscis retracts back into the folds of fabric, you step away from the bars. I'm not happy that I did that. I'm not happy that I did that at all. I am really upset that that occurred. Grandpa, please put your proboscis away. What is a totem? What do you mean by a totem? Do you mean mom doll? Is that what you mean? This what you're talking about? Grampy? I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know why I'm doing it. Offer mother doll, here you go! Oh, hold out the mother symbol you created. Great. Grandpa's spines quickly reach out and envelop the doll before drawing back. The doll quickly vanishes within the fold of Grandpa's skin. Constructing and then offering your mother's image to Grandpa, symbolically sated by blood, instills in you a concrete sense of completion. Grandpa gives a soft affirming grunt as it senses deep within your mind the ritual transformation of your desire. Although Grandpa must receive both a mother and father totem before the fulfillment of your wish is assured. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do, if I had to think about this super rationally, is I gotta save some of this good stuff. I gotta save the good stuff for next time. Because the only thing that I have here left over is that place I can't see, and all of this is done. Oh, no way. Wait, no. Is it an unlimited amount? You said that I thought this was done for. That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. I just was able to clear them out again because, you know, that's how it is. Okay, I'm gonna feed Grandpa again, but I'm not gonna feed the food. I'll feed the strawberry. Neutral. What about the pear? Lettuce. Lettuce. Alright, good. All fed up. Okay, all good, thank you. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good week. Week 4! Yeah! The time I have spent compiling an evaluation of Adrian is almost up, and I still can't say what to make of her changes in mood. It is, of course, a case of children of Adrian's age are nowhere near finished learning and growing. I may have to simply be happy that Adrian was able to improve her attitude. However, something in the odd and occasionally grotesque stories she continues to bring up and still strike me as meaningful. How was your week been, Adrian? Grandpa is almost ready. He's almost finished. Well, sort of. Ah, he's almost as big as his shell now. He has a face. And he can talk pretty well and almost has legs. I see. As before, I have put down the story she told me as best I could. Once again, Adrian told me about growing her grandpa. I sure did. Let me check on Grandpa first. Hey! How you doing? Oh. Oh no. You examine Grandpa. Grandpa seems fatigued and almost anemic. Some of its spines appear brittle. Perhaps it would be more cooperative if fed a rich, iron-rich meal like meat. Alright, meat it is. You got it. I'm on it. Don't you worry about a thing. Kitchen, we got an apple, that's good. We got, jackfruit. That sounds pretty good. Alright, let's see what else is here. Everything from before is gone, I'm sure it is. Hey, bar of soap! Nice. Hi. Nope, no more here. I think it might be good that I saved it. I have a feeling anyway. Meaning. Good. Oh, bulbous growth! Oh, good! Oh, bulbous growth! Oh, good. Bulbous growth. Oh, good. Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you. Got it. Anthropoid 3. Do I need 3? Hey, flatbread! Getting a lot of food here. Something tells me maybe I shouldn't have ever fed it, like, things. Like meat things or the little meat dudes, but... It said no animal meat. Maybe this is fine, though. I'm thinking this might be fine. How else would I have gotten the proboscis? Oh, mushroom! Oh, the gourmand grind! I did it. Symbol. Great. Okay, alright, Grampy. I got everything, I think. I think I do. I'm just gonna save. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna prepare you. Ooh, you're gonna get a parrot. And a bar of soap. Bam. Conceal. There we go. This is, how long is it? How is this gonna, Ooh, don't be standing, please. Oh, God, no. Hi. Yep, okay. Grandpa, stomach contents. Oh, good! That was in Grandpa! Yee-hee-hee-hee, saving game, yee-hee-hoo-hee! Oh, look at this! Oh, man, great stuff! Simple paper doll! Wow, classics of alchemy! On the virtue of the prudent when dealing with devils. These splendors and terrors of God's creation inhabit the world of both the seen and unseen. And just as one will not grapple with the lie unless they be a fool, one will not approach a being of a mind or aether without foreknowledge thereof. I don't know what any of this means. But there are still more beings which straddle the realms, is only by God's grace and his angels serve crushing these beings under heel magic. Seen or to devour them, being in their nature. By God's grace, devil is part of a contract, only requires a token of these givings, that is a symbol. If a devil hungers after flesh and would strip a man to his bones in the devouring, the devil's hunger and nature which thirst for flesh can be held in abeyance in the ritual act of giving blood in only a few drops. However, the contract must be completed in full, for if the magician errs and does not provide in the devil instruction and guidance, the devil, once abjured to do no harm upon the magician, will return to its devouring nature. Okay, whatever that means. I'm unsure. Wait a minute, I wrote this down. 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Oh. Hello. Oh! A young photo of your father as a young man. He was a goddamn hippie? He was a goddamn hippie? Is that what you're telling me? Fine. Well, I glued those together, and now it's time to feed Grandpa some more so his protuberance, you know, that whole deal, his proboscis. Hey, Grandpa, you're real tall, Grampy. Grandpa, you're real tall, and I don't like it. How about an anthropoid? There you go. There it is, it's proboscis. Good. So it was right to ration the... Content and ready to cooperate. Examining proboscis. Oh boy. Ow. Okay, you want the father doll? You like the father doll, little birdie? You like the doll? Soft affirming grunt. Thanks. Completed contract! That sounds good, maybe. Eee. Oh boy. Though still not fully formed is revealed. Oh no! What if can it talk more about these? Ah, you're asking me about your wish. Oh good. When you wished for me to come back, that's when I knew I would. Your desperation was strong, and your wish for your parents, well, if you give me what I want, I'll give you what you want. You know I love you. I am for you whatever you want, and I love you just as much as you love me. But desperation and love is not enough. People deep down know they can't get what they wish for without some transformation. There is something that sits at the root of everyone's soul that understands the separation between them and eternity. You may desire something, but you know you will not get it without some movement on your part. So it is not enough to just wish, which you know will not work. You must wish in a little more to transform your intention into something that might fructify, or for desire to become reality. Your language is good. Shell? Ah, you're asking me about my shell. Oh, well, you see, I like to have something to grow in, something shaped like a person. It just helps to have something surrounding me when I don't have skin. My whiskers do the growing. My whiskers? Yes, you know, the hairy little things. I am a part of it, and it is a part of me. However, my whiskers are what heard you wishing for me to come back, and so they went to work in the shell you provided. The shell also helps you envision me as what you desire. You have such a nice imagination. If I weren't in my shell, you'd have my whiskers exposed and knitting together my face. That might interrupt the feedback loop of my reading your desires. And then acting upon the desires I have read, and then once again reading your reaction. We wouldn't want that interfered with. The material of the doll you put down is good fit. It is not the most comfortable, but is quite flexible, and thankfully, my shell was able to adjust nicely to my growth. Biohazard bin. Ah, you're asking about the medical waste bin. I believe it's locked up. I heard them punch it in code many times as they placed part of burnt up dying self into the bin. They often forgot what the code was and had to go check on the wall. I already know it. Okay, I remember seeing a man that looked quite like me. His daughter had given him a photo of her new boyfriend. He threw it into the bin in disgust. Ah, I know it's there. I already know. Language, the more you taught me, the more I was able to learn myself by hearing what you were thinking and saying. A week ago I could speak a little bit, but I was less of what you imagined me to be, and not quite the talker I am at the moment. Part of what I'm saying is of course made up of what you expect me to say. I think I'm very comfortable with being open and honest with you because I am your grandpa and I love you, and certainly that makes up part of what I am. However, there's a part deeper down, the thing that created me, baby, that undying nucleus. It is answering for me as well and is unaffected by whoever might shape what I become with their thoughts. Great. Little friends, well yes, they come from me. Think of them like dreams. Have you ever had a dream that was sort of like a bunch of people, places and events you experienced, all mixed up and jumbled up? Sort of sorting through and disposing of the refuse of the mind. My little friends are like that. Refuse, and in ridding myself of them, I am casting off the excess material I did not use in developing life forms. Anyone who comes close to me, well, they are my eyes, my nose, my skin. Their thoughts become mine and shape what I make. However, when I was alone for so long, I didn't have a lot of people near me. What are you thinking and expecting of me is shaping what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. Do you understand? And so, because I did not have enough input from my surroundings in order to put material to use, the material falls off my body, crawls away, and usually dies. I am able to make the most of my material when someone is looking right at me, projecting who I will be, like you are now. What you are thinking and expecting of me is shaping what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. Do you understand? I do, but I don't. Oh, my proboscis. Little tube I keep. to help feed me on blood. You could say it's my real mouth, but it's not really a mouth. It only appeared because you fed me flesh. One of those little friends you found, I think. You feeding me flesh was a symbol, a proposition, if you will, that you wanted to hold up your end of the bargain with regards to your wish. If someone is willing to hold up their end of the bargain and let me feed on them with my proboscis, then they can move on to the next step of the agreement, providing me symbolic instructions. I hope that clears up things. Oh, do you have another question? Do I like the blood? Well, my whiskers, I believe they like the blood and the flesh. It's strange. They are me, and yet they are, I'm guessing that should be, not me. I am bound to them. They control me, and technically, yes, they did make me. However, you were the one who really grew me. In some ways, those whiskers, they are me, or a part of myself, or I am a part of it. That part is much more animal-like. Whatever might happen, know I will always love you, and because it controls me, I might not be able to act how I would like, even if I do love you. Oh, well, that is not good. Completed contracts. Thank you so much for completing the contract. I'll definitely help you out with your parents. Just give me a little time and I'll be ready to act. I think you'll be very happy. Your grandpa is very happy too. You did it all by yourself, you know. I couldn't have helped you if I tried. I would have really not have liked to, well, I did not want you to not complete the contract. I would have hated that. But do you understand why I would have had to? Maybe you don't. So much of your lives are made up, and yet what comes to pass was always once a fiction. You doubt yourself and your plans even before they begin. And you believe what is in front of you as if the essence of things was not something you put there long ago. Too much doubt can suffocate even the surest thing. Only with patience and growth and nurturing does something become what it will be, as you soon shall see. Okay. Yep. Let's learn meaning! Me, mama, me, yeah, me, yeah, me, and Yep, you got it. We further delve into the abstraction with whiskers, partially, or perhaps for the most part, for the purpose of determining the origin of its recollection that preceded its death. Dr. Hart has begun to theorize that in the process of death, the structure of whiskers is compressed back into the morpholactic nucleus, and then later, upon re-establishing the nerve netting that is laced through its spines, is slowly reassembled and deployed as needed. I do not think this is the case. For I can plainly see that for the growth cycles in which Whiskers is not receiving our pronunciation and vocabulary lessons, that its capacity general for comprehending its environment is greatly diminished. And in the simulated conversations we carry out, Whiskers struggles greatly, or else does not participate. In any case, we will press on with our lessons, and heed Dr. Hart's caution regarding terminating the growth cycle before Whiskers' allotted growth time passes, or if it appears to be becoming just a little too competent at appearing human. I agree. Kind of, I think. I don't know. It seems like what you did might have gotten y'all killed, so I don't know. Good. There appears to be nothing written here. If there was, it was thoroughly erased. Well, can't help that. Well, it's time to feed Grampy Gramps and then, yep. Let me just see which one I need to save the apple, so don't feed the apple. Got it. Okay. Just in case. Hi, Grampy. You can sit down. You look like that Resident Evil thing. That is definitely. There we go. You kill me. Definitely. Okay, so strawberry. Palatable. Flatbread. Okay, we're all good here. We're all good. Let's end the week. Yep. I feel good about what I did. Yep. Subordination of hidden being. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Okay. I met with Adrienne one final time in order to see if I could not reach some sort of resolution regarding her emotional trouble. In these past few weeks, according to the reports of her teachers and peers, she has shown a remarkable transformation in conduct. I would also add my voice to this consensus. It seems as if our time together much has changed for the better. I'm not suggesting our meetings were the sole source of her sea change. I think something has happened in her home life that has reoriented Adrienne completely. She seems to suggest as much, at least in her usual esoteric way, when last we spoke. Something tells me something may have changed with Grandpa. Yes, well, something did change. I will write down her words verbatim here. I went down the stairs like I always did, but I sort of felt like something was different. My parents weren't arguing, and I felt that something had changed with Grandpa. There was a weird noise, but I wasn't afraid. Grandpa? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh! I think my grandpa had to leave, but before he left, he made my parents nice. He reached inside and changed them. That was my wish. Maybe even what I was growing wasn't really my grandpa. Grandpa left what I was growing behind. He's gone now. He moved quickly out to I don't know where, but I'll always love him. I dismissed Adrienne soon after, letting her know it was a pleasure getting to know her. Despite my apprehensiveness about the speed of the turnaround she has made, I cannot see any reason why Adrienne should be considered for further evaluation. And as a counselor for Adrienne, let it be known I believe she is of sound mental and emotional health. I am pleased to see things have turned out this way, and if I may make a brief addendum. By happenstance, Mrs. Richardson bumped into the Hart family the other day while running an errand. She told me the parents were a little odd, but very pleasant, and quite clearly they adored their child. And that she had never seen Adrienne happier. There are two endings in Growing Big Grandpa. Development of Patreon. Yames! I don't think I did a good thing. I think I did a bad thing. Well, that was Growing My Grandpa. I'm pretty sure that was bad, and I'm pretty sure the other ending's probably an ending of death. But I'm sure it's all bad. That's the thing about cosmic body horror, is that it's usually all bad. So thank you, Yames, for making Growing My Grandpa. I enjoyed this very much so. I'm kind of curious of where Discover Our Bodies is, because if I remember Discover My Body, that was many years ago. Not that this wasn't great. I just hope that game's coming out because I'm very excited for it. All this crazy body horror stuff is great. I love it. It's disturbing. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. But thank you. Also, there's a link in the description. If you want to cheer up after this, why not listen to a round of Distractable? It's right there in the description below. Me, Bob, and Wade, having a good time. Also, check out Raft. We started that back up, and we'll be doing more very soon. Thank you. A farewell. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.